Today we're gonna revisit the amazing Blender add-on called RBDLab. We already talked about it before back in August of last year, but with the latest release of the add-on, we have seen a lot of improvements and a full overhaul of its interface and functionalities with many bug fixes and workflow enhancing features. RBDLab is an add-on that takes advantage of Blender's physics systems, allowing you to create explosions, add smoke and debris, in addition to constraints to your simulations that have never been easier. Although most of the things that the add-on does are available in Blender by default, RBDLab makes the process extremely easy to set up, follow and edit. Most of the changes that you can apply in the simulation are editable, and not permanent because you can control the debris, smoke, constraints, etc., even after adding them to your scene, which is great. The add-on is set up right now to allow you for more linear workflow. This version broke each functionality into its own different sections or tabs, such as fracture, physics, particles, and smoke, instead of the first version being a long continuous menu. What breaking everything into separate tabs does is that it helps you focus on one thing at a time, so you can fracture your object, add physics, then particles, and then finally add smoke. Most of the RBDLab functionalities are still here, only this time around everything is more readable and accessible, in addition to some new improvements such as the mesh visualization options, which will allow you now to switch between the high poly and low poly mesh to optimize your viewport performance. You have also decimate high poly mesh option, using the boundary boxes instead of the chunk, wireframe, and auto smooth. This new version also introduced new scatter methods, such as texture, which uses procedural textures to generate a scatter pattern. Also organic, which uses geometry to generate your scatter. Also boolean, that uses planes as knife objects to cut through your mesh. So in this version, after clicking the fracture button, you can further customize your fracture object even further by clicking the add extra details, or you can choose between two types of detail fractures, remesh or subdivide. You can also control the shape and the pattern of your crevices further by adjusting the size, strength and depth value of the noise texture. Also, you can now select bad chunks and fix them automatically by using the two buttons right below that at the very bottom, and hitting apply will make your changes permanent. There is also the isolate tool, which allows you to preview only selected parts of your fractured mesh while applying changes globally at the same time, in addition to the overall performance boost to the fracture operation up to 6 times faster. The acetone tool has also been greatly improved as it now includes sub-steps for more accurate calculation. It allows you now to work with deactivated, kinematic, and constraints. On the physics side, there's also a lot of new features such as the deactivation option, which will allow you to activate or deactivate physics based on geometry velocity, and you can set a threshold at the linear or angular velocity, and it will automatically activate or deactivate based on those values. There's also the visual feedback on kinematic option. This option allows you to activate or deactivate the simulation at different times through the simulation. So you can, for example, specify the simulation to start at 50. This option has also been added to the set kinematic option, and this will allow you to add kinematics only to the parts of your mesh. In this version, the constraints have been improved. Now you are able to animate constraints by manipulating the glue strength options. So you can set the start and end frame of the glue strength, and don't forget to take by chunk selection option to only apply to selected chunks, otherwise it will be applied to the whole mesh. This is really useful if you want to delay the falling of some parts of your mesh, and it can also be useful when used in conjunction with the chunk isolate selector, which allows you to select chunks based on their size. The particle side of RBDLab also a lot of improvements. And one feature that I really like is the mute tool, which allows you to prevent or exclude some chunks from emitting debris particles during the simulation. When you mute part of the geometry, it gets highlighted with different colors, and the add-on window will show a number of muted chunks. Overall, RBDLab is constantly improving, and in the next version, it will also introduce particle collision and interaction between chunks. If you are interested in this add-on, you will find the necessary links in the description. I hope you found this video useful. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. You can also check some of our previous videos. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.